All right, welcome to another edition of Above the Bridge podcast. This is episode 6. I'm your host, Thaddeus. I got my producer here, Boy Band John. What's up, John? How's it going? Shout out to our sponsor, Defen Hoy, always keeping me in the best clothes. Let's see. Today, I have a great guest. He's one of my longtime friends. He's been in the promoting business a little bit longer than I have, and guarantee if you've seen him out in the club, you'll know who he is. He's very animated, a super special guy. He's also in the hair industry. He also does a lot of fashion stuff, and he is ultimately known as the Goldenchild, Ryan Wong. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man?
Hello, how's it going? Hello.
How's that intro? Yeah, a lot going on.
So what's up, Dad? How's it going, man? How's everything?
I'm going. It's been kind of crazy. So for people who don't know, like at the moment, both of us currently promote at District, Goldenchild, and Artist Group Network. We've been hung up, bro. How's it been? It's been kind of boring. We can't do anything. Like, how have you been taking this whole COVID shutdown? Like, honestly, between me and you, this is the longest break we ever had. Ever. Like, ever.
I mean, social distancing, come on, man. Me and you, we've been gathering people like our whole entire life. Social distancing, what is that? What are you talking about? So it's like, yeah, it's just like, I have no idea what's been going on lately with that. It's been very hard to stay home. I've been trying to just stay really, really safe and just follow all the rules because I live with my mom. My mom lives with me. She's over 70 and I just got to keep her safe. That's it. I don't want to be the guy that brings her home.
Oh yeah,
so I just
definitely.
been cool, following all the rules, even though I don't want to wear the masks and I don't want to stay home and I don't want to, not hang out with my friends anymore. I definitely have been doing it because safety first, I got my little one and I got my mom. So you got to stay home for now.
I guess so. I mean, it's basically our only choice, our only option. It's been hard though. I mean, especially you, man. You be going out 5-6 days a week prior to this pandemic. Well, actually, you kind of toned it down since you had your daughter, but
yeah, actually, I gotta say, about 5 or 6 years ago, I definitely made a huge change. Don't go out like that anymore. Gotta have make money for us to go out now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's not like before. So I actually, I definitely toned it down a whole lot, man, big time.
For sure. So what do you like? For me, my highlight of the week was like, okay, tonight's District Friday. I get to see all my friends and stuff. But now, what do you do on Friday nights? You just stay home? Like, what do you do to pass the time? Because
for me, I've been completely 100 focusing on Taylor. So thank God for that.
Taylor's your daughter, right?
We just do beat back. Yeah, Taylor's my daughter. Actually, she's the reason why I'm back in the ocean now. I'm doing my snorkeling, I'm doing my bodyboarding, I'm doing my longboarding, and Taylor is there with me the entire time. So I feel like that has actually been saving me from losing it through this pandemic. So on Fridays,
I feel you.
Saturdays, weekends, I don't even think about it as the weekends anymore. It's just the same. You know what I mean? Everything is just the same now.
So how do you think it's gonna?
Every day, man. That's pretty much everything.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I mean, I'm the same way. Yeah. It at first it was kind of a welcoming break. It was like, oh, I finally have a night off on a Friday. What am I gonna do? But I mean, I'm kind of itching to get back in there. But I mean, it's kind of been nice. Whereas I'm not up till 4 in the morning. I'm not up till 4 in the morning and sleeping in, and on Saturday I wake up early and we get to go to the beach and stuff. But as a dad with a daughter, I definitely understand what you're talking about. I mean, my life changed completely, and you knew the Thaddeus before I had a daughter, and I knew the Goldenchild before you had a daughter, and I know both of our lives changed completely. Like, at least a 180, man. Like we definitely are different people, and I'm sure everybody who knows us can say the same. And to be honest, man, like knowing you for all these years, to see the turnaround you did and the sacrifices you make for your daughter, and um how you put her first before anything. Like, I'm super proud of you. And it's not that I didn't think you were capable of it. I just never in my head pictured you to become a dad. Like, I was like, oh, when you had a daughter, I was like, Ryan's gonna change. And brah, it's been awesome watching you and your daughter interact. And I know what it's about because I've felt it too with my daughter. And to see you going through that is pretty cool. Like, it's awesome, man. Like, you and her are inseparable. But I know it. I see it. It's super awesome.
Yeah, attached at the hip, totally attached at the hip, man. Like, best thing that ever happened to me, totally. I mean, I really actually. It's not that I don't like kids. I just really wasn't trying to have any, to tell you the truth. And when I got the news, I wasn't the happiest. I wasn't the nicest. I'm being honest, you know. But when she came out, it was like a whole nother world. The best thing ever. I'll never turn back the clocks. You know, it's the greatest thing ever. You know, and of course we have daughters, right?
I was just gonna say that. Of course we have daughters. I'm probably only gonna have daughters. I've like that's
the going out party guys, you know. That's what everybody says we're gonna get, you know, is daughters.
Yeah.
It's kind of like our karma.
I guess. I mean, that's pretty much.
I've just heard that so many times. Everybody's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have a daughter." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the homies, man.
Except Hanson. Hanson's the only one, but he's the nicest one out of all of us.
That's right.
Yeah. But I'm glad I have a daughter. I'm glad I have a daughter. Like, because of her, I've definitely changed for the better. And like I said, like, you have too. So how old is she? Like, how's her distance learning? Like, how are you doing with all that?
Oh man, the distance learning. It's I am definitely not supposed to be a teacher. I have my patient levels a little it's not too good. And she's like me. She's very active and she can't sit still. So she's sitting here staring at this iPad for 2 to 3 hours and she's pretty much losing it. So I really want her to go to school, and it's her first year kindergarten, and she's got to go to her first kindergarten like this. So I'm a little sad for it, but you know, we got to do what we got to do to stay safe. But the Stellis is what we're on, and it's pretty difficult. It's not difficult. It's just you're trying to be the teacher, and when you have questions, you have nobody to ask.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I guess you can call the school, leave messages. You can wait for them to call back. But hands-on, when you're doing it with them right away, every day, they're asking questions and they're just not getting it. You're not certified as a teacher to know the ways, kind of make them understand. So it's been tough, real tough, you know?
Yeah.
Actually, we had Acellus today because she was with me. She just left a little while ago. But Acellus is definitely tough teaching at home.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they go back to it.
I know. Fortunately, my daughter got to go back like a month and a half ago or so. So it's been nice.
Oh, nice.
But
awesome.
Bruh, the distance learning at home.
Was she at home?
What is that?
Was she ever at home?
Yeah, so she started off the year for the first couple months.
Oh.
Yeah. And
okay.
Fortunately, my sister helped and so did I. It was pretty interesting, but yeah, like I always tell everybody, I had to relearn 5th grade math and they got it all jacked up weird, and like it's nothing what I was used to, so it was like frustrating a little bit.
Totally different. Yeah. I mean, it's hard enough for me to just help them with, you know, homework, let alone like teach them and push them through this, you know. And I mean, thank God there's a couple teachers on Acellus that do it. You know, they're the ones that's supposed to be do it, but when they need that extra help, it's not there.
Yeah.
So I really can't wait till she goes back. She definitely needs to go back. She's like me. She's so hyper. She doesn't want to be sitting in front of a computer. She wants to hang out, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
With her friends and, you know, stuff like that.
So she's in kindergarten. So did they have any? She's 10. Yep, she's in 5th grade. So they're like, they're like learning stuff, and it's like they have ideas and stuff, and it's kind of nuts. Yeah, pretty soon she's gonna be at the age where she's gonna be questioning everything I say. So not looking forward to that.
How's that working though lately? Has you been getting any
Nah, not too bad. I'm blessed that she's very well mannered and very thoughtful of other people, and yeah, I've been blessed that
she
she's
listens to dad
nothing
then?
like. What is that?
She listens to dad then?
Yeah, yeah. I'm blessed. She's nothing like me or my sister when we were growing up. She's definitely the opposite. And you know my sister. She was a handful like I was, but
You have a good sister though, man. It's good that she helps you the way she does. You got a really, really good
yeah. Yeah, so I met you through your sister, right? Megan?
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
so
actually, it's actually that was like the double introduction. Like I met you from all Ronnie then, but we just
oh
weren't
the
close yet. You were kind of like rolling around with us here and there, and I we didn't really talk much. You were just with them, and then as time went on, and then he passed the torch to you, and then boom, we connected, and after that, it was a wrap. But I really feel that I did meet you from Ronnie them, and then
yeah.
you got closer to my sister, and it was just we just got even closer after that. And yeah,
Yeah, shout
you
out
guys
to
used
your
to work
sister
together, huh? I
Megan.
don't care.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Shout out to Megan.
Yep,
She's
yep,
honestly
yep.
your sister is probably, other than my sister, one of the few people that I trust that's a female, and she's been there for me through a lot of things, and she got me out of a lot of trouble back in the day. She's definitely a
That is what I hear. That's what I hear.
yeah, she's definitely a
You and I
loyal
were trouble.
friend, and she's definitely one of the most solidest people I ever met. So shout out to Megan. But yeah, so I remember the first time I've ever even seen you, and we were at Dave and Buster's. It was I think a Wednesday, and I'm not gonna lie, I see this scrawny Asian guy with some kind of bandana, because you dress crazy, like in my opinion, like that's your thing, but you have your own fashion. And I remember there's this little Asian guy putting up like lights on a tent outside of the top part of Dave and Buster's. And I'm thinking, like, what is this guy doing? Like, who is this dude? And then I'm like, this guy looks crazy, bro. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do. And then I see like 30 girls come around you, and I'm just like, oh, this guy got something going on. And then you were like hosting the event, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta figure out what's going on here. And I think that's the first time I seen you, and of course you stand out, like the way you dress, how you act, but you're very friendly, you're personable, you're easy to talk to. But as someone from the outside looking in, you're just kind of confused. I'm like, what is this guy? Who is this guy? Why is everybody hanging around with him? And I'm just like, he got something going on. And then I met you through your sister and through Ronnie them. And like, I remember the first time when Ronnie was telling me like, oh, we're gonna promote O Lounge, and I was kind of just hanging out with the group, and kind of being introduced to Artist Group Network as an employee kind of standpoint. And I'm like, oh, okay, like, so what's the plan? He said, oh, we're gonna start this promotion with Goldenchild. And I'm like, with Ryan? And he's like, yeah. And I just remember in my head thinking like, oh, that's like the perfect combination of crowd, like your friends and then Artist Group Network combined to one event. I'm like, that's gonna work. And I remember the first night O Lounge was like, I have pictures of that night of all us in suits, and we're all decked out.
Yeah, put glasses on. Everybody's
Yeah,
like by the bar. That one picture by the bar, right?
yeah.
Right
But
in the
man,
bar. I totally remember that.
because that was the first promotion you did with Artist Group Network, right?
First promotion right there. Because Ronnie, he basically told me early on, I don't work with nobody. Ronnie's
Yeah,
like, I
no,
don't work with
yeah,
nobody at all. We got it. Artist Group
yeah.
Network, we got it. That's what he used to tell me. So he used to tell me, man, we're gonna do something with you, man. And I'm like, all right, cool, man. I feel blessed, but that's what Ronnie told me in the beginning. He said, AGN don't work with no one.
Yeah, no, I can see. I definitely understand the way he thought back then, and That's why when he told me you guys were gonna do it together with you, I was like, oh shit, that's kind of dope. And he let the reins go a little bit, and he saw something in you that like everybody knew already. But yeah, that party was sick. That was one of my favorite. Like Olange was brand new.
Favorite. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. It was super fun. Lasted pretty long too. Had a lot of good times there. Did really well. Did really well over there.
Yeah, I remember the.
I think the next ATN Goldenchild venture was Aaron's.
Yeah, it was Aaron's. Definitely Aaron's. That was. That was a bunch of ruckus.
It was called 36 High. 36 floors up. It was called 36 High. Remember? That was the name of the party. Yeah, 36 High.
Yep, I remember. Yeah.
And I think that's when. I think even O was helping you guys. O was helping you guys out. Oa was helping when he was part of AGN back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was like our little intern. And...
Yep, totally. Me, I just
we used to call him the flavor Ronnie flavor of the week. Except Oa stuck around for a while. Aaron's, what we did was turn the whole restaurant into a nightclub, and the layout for that was pretty crazy because it was like a T, right? It was like one long hallway with booths.
Yeah, it was like a one long and then a turn and one turn, like long and then turns on the side. Yeah.
That was one of my favorite events too. All of our events are pretty fun, but down to be that high up and overlooking all of Honolulu, and they had that little stage area in the front and that dance floor, and like you could there's a lot of nooks and crannies where you could hide and cruise, and it was a fun party, man. That was nobody does that stuff no more, huh?
It was good. You just pull up in the valet, get out, go to the elevator, and boom, you're up there. Like, it was just everything about it was so VIP and special. You know what I mean? Aaron's was great. I really missed that party, man.
Yeah, that was a sexy spot.
That was a great party.
Yeah, that's right. We had a crew that time.
That was a 4 o'clock venue too.
Yes, that was.
That was a 4 o'clock.
So everybody came to us. Oh yeah.
Yep. Right at that last 2 hours, 2 o'clock kind. Everybody was just coming in. Boom.
Yeah. So in your opinion nowadays, like promoting nightclubs is kind of different. Like, so I was thinking about this. I remember like when we were promoting starting off, like we would actually have to go talk to people to their face. And I was thinking about it. It's not that easy to do. Like for anybody just to come up to a girl or like some random, be like, hey, my name's Thad. Can you come to our event? Here's a VIP pass. So creating a conversation out of nothing, and like, of course you get, who's this clown? Like, but then people would come too. And then it's just to promote a club in person nowadays is not done. Like everything's done over social media. So you can kind of hide behind that. So you don't need that face-to-face contact. And I don't know, it's different. It's kind of easier in a way, but it's I don't know. What do you think like about how things are nowadays compared to how they used to be?
The way I look at it is that we're old school, and I know you, me, and Hanson are like the only people that still kind of do it. We still promote old school, but then we promote the new school way also. You know, back when we did it, what was there? MySpace?
Oh yeah.
And we're like,
MySpace.
People actually like had to call people up. It was it. And then do mass texting here and there, but we made flyers and we went out and we banged flyers on people's cars and we passed them out to people. We actually did all the work. Now it's like press one button and boom, everybody gets the flyer, you know. But I really feel that nowadays, even though people do it like that, you still got to do it the old school way. Call those people up personally, invite them. Get flyers, bang out flyers. I like doing that.
But yeah, I've been so many stories about flyering cars, man. Like I would step in people's puke, or I'll flyer a car and there'll be a couple banging in the back seat, or like it was, or somebody will get mad at me for putting something on the windshield. It's like Yeah, it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? It's like you don't ever know what you're gonna expect, but it felt like I was
Or
doing work.
running from the security or the security calling the
Oh
cops. Like,
yeah,
oh yeah, 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 absolutely. Do you remember the main and the Zanzibar block? Keone and Jace were upstairs, and we're doing that
oh yeah.
block party. Did you forget about that one?
No, I
Yeah,
remember
that
that. I
we had the
I was
place
there
on
for that.
the busiest they've ever seen. Yeah,
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 I
yeah.
remember
So that's
that.
another one that I kind of wrote down, and I was just like, oh, remember that one? Yeah, yeah, yeah. People
The
were going upstairs,
maze.
coming back down,
Yeah.
going upstairs, coming back down.
See, and
That
like
was another good time.
nowadays there's no clubs to do that with. Like honestly, right now, District's the only club
Yeah.
open, and it's not even open. But before this pandemic, there's only one club, and I always say I like to blame social media for that because I always say you don't have to meet people at the clubs anymore. You can do that on your couch at home on your
Take a look,
phone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
And it's
terrible.
yeah,
That's
but and it's
horrible.
easy too because you don't have to go face to face and you don't put yourself out there, or you don't have to drum up the courage to like, okay, I'm gonna talk to this girl. Say, oh, I'm just gonna like click like and shoot her a text or something. If she don't respond, then on to the next. But you're not embarrassed or anything. That's probably the best way to describe it. Like you don't have to walk up to a girl and be like, hey, my name's Thad,
Oh,
and then there's like, get away from me, and say, oh, whatever.
it's an entirely new world now, man. Everything is social media, man, and it's just like it's so impersonable, and that's just the way it is now, you know what I mean? And it's just like us over here talking like, oh my god, how it was back in the day. We
I
actually
know,
get
right?
I know it makes it
Now we're
sound a little
feeling
old,
old, huh?
man. People just don't know, man. They just don't know how it was before. I mean,
That's what.
actually, really, I remember calling people up on with my phone list, like I'm gonna call everybody up and invite them personally to these parties. That's how we used to do it back in the day, bro. Now it's like, just do a couple little posts and just pray to God that the party's gonna do good. I really feel like you can't just do that. You have to, you post, you do your work, but you gotta get out there. You gotta go out like me and you. We gotta go out.
Yeah.
We have to go say hi to people. We have to attend other people's events. You have to go to friends that we know that own bars and attend their stuff. Why are they gonna come to our stuff and we're not going to theirs? You know what I mean? It's always been like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for real. It's
So
just
I just used to roll
there's
around.
no other events nowadays. It's just
Roll
us.
around.
We had like back in the day, we would jump around, and there were multiple clubs to go to. Like we could go to Zanzibar, Living Room, like Chai's, and different promoters would have different events, and we always would go say hi. And like I even ran into Jay from Tantric, and he would be like, oh yeah, like we'd go to his event and he would come to our event, and it was fun. Like back in the day, even if we weren't working that night, we had at least 4 or 5 spots to go check out. And now it's just like we can go to District and maybe Mai Tais. Like it's just not
Exactly.
the same. Like people now, they don't have much options, and I don't know if being in the club is as cool or fun as it was when we were like doing it back in the day. I don't know. I just, like you said, like all these little bars. And it's rough now because if we as a group go to all these little bars like we did last year, we got together and went bar hopping. It's like the amount of people we know in each bar, we just got lit. Like by the time the night was done, we were like sideways. It's just everybody's trying to get us drinks, and like that was a long night. It was a fun night, but it was long.
Okay, so I know you used to do the W, and I know I used to do Sergio's on Kapahulu, top of the Ilikai, Sorrento's. We did errands, of course.
Yeah, I
Just
did
pretty much
one event at Sorrento's with you, right? Was I spin?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
That
then
was
I
a
did,
bad night for me.
and then the Royal Garden. The Royal Garden was that was actually they would remember that one because that party raged. We
Which one
had a
was that?
really good run. AGN. Well, you guys were Friday nights. We were Saturday. Royal Garden.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was definitely something that the old school would remember. They would remember the Royal Garden. The Royal Garden was so fun, dude.
Oh yeah, by the pool. We did the
And
outside too. Yeah.
yeah, and we made all our money from 1:30 to 3:45. That's it.
Yep.
Nobody even stepped foot in that place before 1:30. Everybody came
Yeah.
1:35 and up, you know?
But you had Sorrento's raging like for a while too.
Yeah,
Wasn't that a
yeah, I was
weekly
one of the
party?
first people that just no, we would just do special occasions when there was a holiday the next day. They didn't want it all the time there. It was just here and there. But that was a good one. That was another really fun one. It reminded me of Aaron's. It was
Yeah.
very similar. The elevator, you know, the VIP, the
Yeah.
valet, you know, all of that was exactly like Aaron's, you know.
We did
Very good,
long
very good.
we did Sorrento's with you one time for ice spin. I think
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
we
the
did.
last one you did over there, right?
That was when I was partners with Sean, right? Sean from
Yeah.
939. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah. And
So it was
I
me,
think that
me and you guys.
and Mike Scalera, I think.
I remember that fire. Oh yeah, that's right. Scalera was a part of that.
Yeah.
Cool, cool,
That
cool. I
was
remember that.
one of
I
the
remember
worst
that.
nights I had in promoting.
That was a bad night. That was a bad night.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was always things. There was always issues with that.
Yeah. I got I had girl drama that night. I got punched in the eye,
What
my
other
shirt got
restaurants
ripped
do we
off.
do? I don't. I I feel like we're missing some. I don't. You know, it's been so long. I mean, almost 10 years, 15 years. Like, what other restaurants do we do?
Well,
God,
for me,
should have busted out my
we did Chais. We definitely did Chais.
oh, that's right.
We did oh, what else was it? Longies. We did Longies. You remember us doing that Longies?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I do. I do.
Yeah. We turned the whole
Was it just you
Marriott.
guys over
Remember
there?
we
Or did
did the
you?
Marriott. Remember
Oh, yeah. We made Zanzibar over there, right?
yeah. Or
Oh no,
Maharaja,
no,
Maharaja.
Maharaja, Maharaja
Yeah.
at, at the Marriott. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a sick one. That was
Oh
a
my
collab with you
gosh, you
guys,
see what
right?
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a part of that. I was a part of that with you guys. Oh my god, you see what I mean? You know how many parties there was, bro? How many parties we did? You got to bust out the book, bro. You're gonna forget everything. There's no way we're gonna remember all of that. You know what I mean? Got to get our notes. You know,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
many. I was actually just the other day. I went over to G Spot's house to cut his hair,
Oh,
and
really?
Mo, yeah, Mo Cheesy was over there, and they started
Oh,
busting out the old school flyers, bro. And I was
like
like,
the
oh
actual
my,
cards?
yeah, all the fly, like just G Spot, dude. He's got books and books
Oh,
and flyers, talking about Love Fest, talking about just all that, when me, G, Keone, DFX were doing the maze, because the maze was four of us, yeah. It was G Spot, Jace, Keone, and me.
yep.
So
That was an epic
we
party.
started
That you
talking
guys all
about
did
all that.
Dave and Buster's, right?
Well, with the whole David Busters thing, that was my 25th birthday. That was a good 18 years ago. I'm super old now, but uh, I walked in there and I just said, "Hey, can you guys let me throw a party here? Like, I want your rooftop. How much will it cost?" And I just asked them. So, on my birthday, it turned out to be just raging out of control, line so long, couldn't even get in. And then I guess shortly after that, they came to me and asked me, "Do you want to do something here?" So that's kind of how it started. So I grabbed Jace and Keone, actually the two guys that kind of started me in promoting, like Ronnie started you. You know
That's
what I
what
mean? Jace and
DFX.
Keone, DFX, exactly. Those two
I
guys were
remember him.
together. And I mean, Keone Chan, that is my best friend from when we were little, into kindergarten together. That's the longest friend I know on this island. He's the guy that goes, I came back from Texas. I didn't know what I was doing and was not promoting, but I was going out all the time. And he's like, "Dude, you just want to make money while you go out?" I like, "Do you want to do what you're doing right now and make money?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Okay, how many people do you think you can bring to Nick's Fish Market? You got 2 days." It was Thursday and the party was on Saturday. And I packed it and I made a line go around the block. And ever since then, they're like, "You got to promote with us. This is what you're going to do now."
Oh,
So that's
that's
kind
how
of
you
how it
got
all
started
started.
into
It was
promoting.
Jason Kinney. Yeah, well, actually, it goes a little bit further back from that. I don't know if you remember this guy named Francis Joy and this other guy named Lucas. It was those two guys first. I did a couple small ones with them. And then Keone and Jace were already doing things. And they said, can you help me do some things? And you would be really good at this. You dressed up, you know girls, and, you're out all the time. So you might as well be making money while you're out. And I'm just like, okay, let's try it out. So they gave me a test run with Nick's Fish Market. How's that one? Oh, there you go. Nick's Fish Market.
Yeah,
that's another.
I remember that.
And we had the place so cracking and so jumping. That was a wrap after that. So that was the first, I want to say, confirmed party that I've done with DFX to start the whole promoting world for me. That's where it started for me, was with Keone and Jace at Nick's Fish Market.
That's crazy to think.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. And I remember, like, from your guys' first Dave and Buster's, it was a Wednesday, and that became like the spot. Everybody knew to go to Dave and Buster's on Wednesday, and we did a party on Wednesdays too. And like, we'd grab your guys' spillover, and when Dave and Buster's was done, then they would come to us. But the crazy part about that story is that because of the success you guys had on Wednesdays, the Dave & Buster's chain started Wednesday club events on all their chains throughout the United States.
How's that one? Crazy.
That's super. That's crazy. Like,
and then Wednesdays, people never really, me and you, because you had the after hour spot. Yeah. We made Wednesday popular forevermore. After that, everybody would just, it's Wednesday night. What's going on? Dave & Buster's, blah, blah, blah. It was always like that. So we put Wednesday on the map, and then we put Dave & Buster's on the map worldwide. And it all started off with a small little birthday party that turned out to be raging out of control. And Dave & Buster's called me and goes, hey, can you throw more parties here? And of course I was like, let me get your Friday then. Let me get your Saturday. No, we can't give you that. Okay, all right. So I called up Keone and I called up Jace, and they go, Wednesday, get the Wednesday. Let's do Wednesday. Got a meeting together, made a really good deal with them where it was no cover, no dress code, and the drinks were half off. So then after that, the whole entire world slowly started coming, and then we couldn't stop people from coming after that.
Oh, man, so I remember the line going past bukas and stuff.
Oh, yeah. It was out of control, and then, it gave a chance for some of the youngsters to kind of come too. So I think that's kind of why it got really, really busy too, but they just couldn't go all the way to the top, 21 on the top, and they could stay on the bottom if they're, were escorted by somebody that was older. But that one was a pretty long run, but I think, was it I-94 or 102.7 took over after. It was just, it
wasn't the same though.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't the same. After me, Jason Keone, that was it.
I remember going to your events, and it was like a whole new crop of people for me to promote to. I'm like, oh, these are younger people, and now I can introduce myself to come to our events for the weekend and give them passes and stuff. And then plus we got to see you guys, and Dave & Buster's is just a fun place to hang out, especially on the top, on the roof. They can't do that anymore, can they? Because of sound restrictions or whatever.
No. There's so many condos now, so that is completely forbidden now. I think there's music on the top, but it's very, very light, and they cannot disturb anymore.
Oh yeah.
It was the easiest place to go. Where place do you know that has no cover, no dress code, and the drinks are half off?
Living room.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's another good one. But I think I've helped with one party at the living room, but I wasn't a regular there. I just went there. I never promoted there really. That wasn't really my spot. That was you and Brian them, yeah?
Or was it actually Brian? Yeah, it was mostly Brian and Thaddeus, but I would do one-offs with them once in a while. Speaking of one-offs,
I think I did one. Yeah,
your guys,
of course.
Your signature event that you did by yourself was Heavens, right? And that one you had pretty long, and you always do like a random day. That was a Sunday, right? Heavens was Sundays.
I'll always do. See, basically how that party started is that owner John and owner Stuart. I knew John because of some girls that I knew, and they were telling me, help John with this strip club. And I'm like, I don't promote in strip clubs. Like, what do you mean? Like, I have a lot of girls that go to my parties. They're not going to be comfortable with that. They're not going to want to go to no strip club. So then I kind of made friends with John. John introduced me to Sean. And then Sean is I guess, the bartender there. And John's cousin. We partnered up. And he just basically said, you can do whatever to get rid of all their strippers and put all go-go dancers. And I don't think anybody has seen that many go-go dancers at one time in a strip club. So it kind of, it was new. Everybody was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I've never seen anything like this. And it kind of gave the chance of the girls that wanted to work and kind of get that vibe and make money, but not take off their clothes. So, we had all kinds of it was actually really one of the, that is definitely one of the, but it was me and Sean that started that.
Yeah.
So I can't take all the for that. Sean was a partner with that.
I remember because
he was the guy scenes doing everything. I was the front man, of course, at everybody.
And I remember that, like, we were fortunate enough to collaborate with you on some of those nights, and brah, those nights were a bunch of ruckus. I would always collaborate with you on the days where Monday was a holiday, because I knew that party was gonna be crazy. And you're right, we took off all the strippers, we kicked them all out, and we had the hottest go-go dancers from.
All mad at us. They're all super mad at us. Oh, these are the guys, these floaters that come over here and they kick us all out, and they fill it up with go-go dancers. Like,
but we had the hottest go-go dancers in the island, and like some you brought from Cali and stuff, and
on the planet. Yep. And we were picking girls that we knew, friends of ours that we just thought that were hot. And we're like, yo, do you want to make a bunch of money for just dancing around, twirling your hair around? Easy money, come on down. And then it just became a thing after a while, you know what I mean? Like, dude, we had the lineup, man. It was such a good time back then, bro. But I mean, that lasted for a good 10 years. And then I think John and Stuart tried to make me do it every Sunday. And I think that's what messed things up. We should have kept it special. Yeah. And then after me and Sean kind of separated, then you guys came on and you guys became my solid partners, because I was going with Brian. I was going with you. Yeah. I would always, me, I always share the love. I'm not like that. I used to grab whoever, throw them on. I think I even did with G-Spot at one time, but everybody kind of helped me with that. But that was definitely a party to remember. That 939, man, that's, But as time went on, everybody started thinking that they could be go-go dancers, and just kind of messed up the entire game. Like girls that really, I'm not trying to be mean, girls that just don't have any business being up there dancing. They're trying to dance. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. And then we kind of had a really good, lineup, man. When it was like my cousin and my sisters and all our friends and that generation right there. And after all of them quitting, that was it. I really felt that 9 would never be the same after that group of girls moved on. You know what I mean? All the new girls that moved in, I was just I'm not trying to be mean again, but it just wasn't the same. These girls were like 8, 9.
The ringer didn't have all the ringers. Yeah. Yeah. It was all all ringers. Was rough was when your sister and cousin was dancing, is like to get them motivated to dance. I remember you running around just be like, man, they're not listening to me. Can you go talk to them? And they would listen to me. And they're like, hey man, you're like, hey man, just go tell them to dance. Their set's coming up. So I would have to be like, hey, can you guys dance now? Like your brother's going crazy, like frustrated. And they're like, yeah, okay. But it was fun. It was like a family. Like we all kind of hung out like after the clubs were done and stuff like that. It's definitely like experiences that, oh man, I seen Megan kick a girl with her go-go boots on off the stage. Like,
there was some fun times. Fights, man. Shani and Megan definitely had some a couple little battles going on,
Hey
definitely,
man,
you know, but
I'd put
that's the
them
reason why
against
things were
any
so
girl
good.
on this
We were all
island.
That's why we were all everybody. That's why everything was so fun back in the day, because we were all so close. We all went out together. We partied together. We worked together. You know, even your sister used to go out back then a lot. You know, it's
Oh yeah,
we're
she's
a
one of
little
our door
older now. We
girls.
don't have that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, well, just like Taryn was the door girl too, right? It was like I had one sister at the
Yep,
door. I
yep.
had one sister dancing. You know, we had all our family partying with us. You know, so it was like all family, bro. That's why it was so fun back in the day. You know. It's different now. We're promoting to strangers now. We don't know anybody. Any of the people that all the little ones that come to our parties, it's like, who are they? I don't even know who they are anymore, you know? It's the up and coming new generation, which is fine, but it just doesn't feel the same anymore.
Yeah, but it gives us a new challenge to try and
Yeah,
figure out their game. But it's weird because I don't want to be that old dude in the club, you know what I mean? Which I don't think we are, but I know we're on the tail end of this kind of career. But
absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, we got to be really thankful too, is that me and you, we kind of look a little bit younger than we are. So I
nah, we're
think that
young,
that
bro.
helps. I think that helps kind of a lot, you know. And I know I shouldn't be blasting us out there like that, but you know, that's the truth, you know. That's how it is, you know.
Yeah, I think.
I think we're fortunate to still be in the game.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
I'm
I
very
mean,
very thankful.
it's cool. I think that is like you said, is different, and we're pretty much promoting to people that are learning stuff that I'm trying to forget. You know what I mean? But it's like we're relating, and our events are pretty good. It's just I like your idea of doing like a older event maybe once a month to get, like you said, everybody wants to come out once in a while to dress up and see old
And
friends.
the
Like,
girls really want to dress up, dude. I got so much homegirls out there that just want to put something on nice. They just want to go somewhere where they can wear something nice. We got to create
yeah,
that.
I'm down, man. I'm super
I
down to
really
do
feel.
that. I remember
Because
your biggest event was always the your birthday month event, the Scorpio Libra.
oh, the
And
Libras, this is the first year ever that I've not done it in 18 years, Dad. 18 years. Libra and
that's
Scorpio has been
crazy.
banging for that long, dude. It started with David Buster's. That was the
Yeah.
first one. That private party that I had on the rooftop that started that whole thing was the Libra and Scorpio. But we
Well,
just
that
actually did it. It was called that till a couple more years later.
yeah, it's crazy because your concept for that was super awesome. Like you picked like a bunch of hot people, like chicks, dudes who had their birthday in that calendar calendar
Libra and
time period.
Scorpio. Yep,
Yeah,
exactly, exactly.
and you showcased them, you promoted them, and put them on the flyer, and you got them hyped up for their own birthday, where they were helping you promote it, and they would bring their friends.
Exactly.
And oh man, I remember what was it, Zanzibar? I think that was the first time I went to one of those, and I was just like, this is the most epic party ever. Like, that was such a cool concept. And it's weird, like I was talking to Taylor about it, his first time ever in the club was at Cirque for Scorpio Libra.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
first time he ever been in the club. And
That was I always would move them. That's why every year it would be at a
yeah,
different venue. I've only left that district for the last 3 years because that's where we at. Other
yeah,
than
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
I've never repeated it. It was always at apartment 3, Cirque, Zanzibar, Sergio's. I mean, David, but I mean, there's been so many Libra and Scorpio, and it
Yeah.
all really started off with me, Chemo, Megan. You know, there's so many people that I knew that had the birthdays around me. I'm like, shit, I might as well throw a freaking party. You know what I mean? And it just
Yeah.
took off since then. So now every year around October, everybody's like, so what? Where's it going to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
And,
this year,
and
everybody was all disappointed and sad, but I'm like, hey, man, you know, what are we going to do? You know what I mean? So this is the first year, never had Libra and Scorpio.
yeah, we're gonna have to make up for that one, because that's something I look forward to every year. Like,
The last one was pretty good. You remember that one?
yeah,
Holy
yeah,
crap, banging, dude. It was like before 11 o'clock. It was good already.
yeah. And it was like people that I haven't seen in a while. Like,
Yeah, all
that's why I like those
them,
parties.
Dre. Yeah, all Dre them, Mike Jackson. right? Chemo Dam, that whole clique came, you know, it's just like, you know, those are the parties that the old schools come out for, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's what's cool about it, you know, is that these annuals that we have, you know, here and there. And, you know, just like the, you know, New Year's Eve party of the year, like, God, you know, how many years we've done that. Like, I miss those one-timers that we do every year, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I
Yep,
don't know
for
what to
sure.
do, you know, it's New Year's Eve and I don't know what I'm doing, you know, it's just like set in my brain that that's what I got to do, you know, 3 or 4 parties a year, you know,
Yeah.
those yearlies that we do, you know.
Well, we'll try to figure something out. But I'm definitely on board. I'm sure Hanson be down too. Like if we figure out like a
Of
once
course,
a
man, it's a
month.
team right there. The 3 of us, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Gotta make one
Just us
virtual
3 doing
party. Virtual party.
what?
Virtual party.
Virtual party. $5.
$5 to join the Zoom.
First 10 girls free. First 10 girls free.
That could work, man. That'd be kind of fun, but it'd be like kind of nobody
Well, isn't
probably be less
Appleboy
drunk.
doing?
What is
Isn't
that?
Appleboy doing something that Twitch or isn't that? I haven't jumped on yet, so I don't even know what that's about. Like, aren't you guys doing something online right now anyway?
Oh yeah, you need to do that. So what he does is on Sundays he does a virtual party and he has like this whole setup and he DJs, but he puts on a show like he'll have silly clips in and he'll
Nice,
have
nice.
other random stuff but it's cool. Like people are showing up. You definitely got it's real easy too. Like you just sign on to Twitch and then it's free and then you just subscribe to his little page and then every Sunday at 8 o'clock he'll jump on and it's the people it's like there's a chat room like remember chat rooms back in the day like AIM and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly like that, but he's DJing in the back. So I'm talking shit to my friends, and it's like our friends are all on there. You should definitely jump on. Like people be stoked to see you on there. Yeah,
Cool.
but I don't think we could do something like that where it would get the same kind of reaction like Scorpia Libra. But I mean, when this thing opens up, I'm so down to do one
Yeah,
of
no,
them
well,
one-offs.
like for me, man, like we've been gathering our whole entire life. Like I said in the beginning of this video, like
Yep.
I don't know how to social distance at all. I'm waiting for it to be over. I don't really want to figure out how we can do all this shit virtual. I want to roll out in the club, put on some nice gear like we always do, and throw our events, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm over it already. I'm ready to come back, bro. Big time, you know?
Yep, for sure. Well, did you enjoy the break or like you're just like ready to be
Yes and no. And I know you know what I mean when I say that. This was a rough year, bro. 2020 was probably the roughest year of my entire life. And
yeah, you had a lot going on.
it's the pandemic is one, you know, it's just a lot of changes, you know, for the better, which I think is good. But this is not anything I definitely want to repeat. I definitely 2021, I mean, yeah, 2021, man, it's time to get back. You know, I mean, maybe it doesn't have to be back the way it was, you know. I want it back, but improved, you know what I mean? And make some changes for the better, but we definitely got to get it back, man. It's not like,
Yep.
oh my God, I missed the nightclub so bad. I miss going out and getting faded, you know, so bad. It has nothing to do with that. It's like, I miss doing what I enjoy doing. You know, this is like our passion. This is something that we do, you know, along with me doing hair and my fashion, like throwing parties is a part of me. I don't do it anymore. I don't feel like myself. You know what I mean? I don't even feel like it's me anymore. I roam the earth with a mask on now and I'm hiding from everybody. And I turned into like, you know, a surfer again. I'm back in the beach. That's one thing that's positive. I'm in the water every day now with Taylor, and I guess that's the only thing that I can say that's really, really, really good is that I'm back in the ocean now after this pandemic. This pandemic has made me go back to the ocean. And I mean, when I was younger, that's what I used to do. I used to surf all the time. I used to be in the beach, you know, at the beach every day. Like that's something that a lot of people don't know about me is that I used to really surf a lot back in the day. And it just feels good that I have a reason, and it's so much fun now teaching her and showing her how to snorkel and how to longboard. And bodyboard at Sherwood's, and it's been so fun going to the beach with Tay.
That's super cool.
And I'm just so proud that she's so good. I took her to Lahi swim school, and she learned to swim there really well. And then after that, I just took her to the water sports, and let's just see how she does. Here's the bodyboard. Go. Let's see how you do. You know what I mean? Like, you never know until you give it to them, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The rush of the waves. Like, she's got that. You know how, like, everybody catches that high from the wave? She knows what that feels like. So she's over here getting pounded in the waves, and she'll get back up and goes, Dad, one more. So I'm like, oh, you got the bug. You know what I mean? You got the surf bug, you know? So that's one really positive thing. And of course, you know, we're all on a break now, so not much partying. You know, it's like we're all on rehab. So I guess it's good. You know?
Rehab.
I mean, I look at it like that. Everybody's got to stay home. Nobody's drinking anymore. You know, everybody's well, I mean, I guess people are still drinking at home, but it's not like how we were when we were out.
We're not taking mega load of shots. Yeah.
I think it's
what's gonna happen when we go back and can start taking shots? We're gonna be dying. We're gonna be
I just don't think that I'm gonna be able to handle it. I think that
we're gonna be lightweights.
yes. We don't have the practice drinking anymore. You know what I mean? It's like I went up. My birthday was
super chilled crown.
A couple of weekends ago was my birthday, and I was drinking. I drank hard one night, and in the morning I was like, "Oh my God!" Like I haven't drank that much in a long time, and I was just like, "Wow, I'm so hungover." You know, that's something that I definitely don't miss though. Those hangovers, some bad ones, man. Very bad hangovers.
So my question for you is like, when are you gonna like figure out, okay, it's time for me to be done promoting, like over it? Or will there ever be a time, like, because you can always change it up to promote something different, you know what I mean? But when are you going to be over it, like, completely?
I don't know. Maybe, are you talking about just promoting anything in general or promoting the nightlife?
Yeah, the nightlife or like weekly club events. Like, when is that going to be done? Like, for me personally, I don't, it doesn't drive me. It doesn't get me excited. Like, oh, yup, we're going to promote this club for like a weekly. But like your one-off things could get me going excited. You know what I mean? It's like I said, I'm to the point where it's like being in the club is cool and it's fun. I get to see all my friends and stuff, but it's not something where it's like that excitement isn't the same as it used to be. So it's like, what can I do as a promoter to make myself excited about what I'm promoting again? It's like, what about you? Like,
for me, I don't know if there's ever going to be a time that, because like I said, I tried to quit many times, you know. I tried to step away for a while, and I just keep getting pulled right back in. Somebody calls me.
That's kind of my fault because I pull you back in a lot.
And you know how it is. Yeah, you've done that. You've done that many times. And, you know, a lot of the owners, when they open up their bars and their stuff, it's like, dude, help me out. And even if I'm not promoting, they're, you know, trying to take care of us. So we bring people to them, you know. So I really don't know. That's a very hard question. You know what I mean? I feel like as long as there's money to be made, I can still dress up. You know, for me, it's a lot of things, you know. I really feel that it's going to be hard to completely stop. And I really feel that promoting in general, that's what I do. That's what I do. I'm always hustling, promoting, selling shoes, you know, behind me, selling glasses, selling jewelry. It doesn't really matter. I'm like always constantly promoting something, you know. So with the nightlife though, I guess I'll completely stop when the money stops, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be going to the club to get drunk no more. That's for sure. I'm not going to be going to the club to Mac anymore. There's got to be like a reason, you know what I mean? Other than that, nah, I'm not going to be going back anymore for just partying, you know what I mean? If you're like, yo, Ryan, let's go out, me and you, we go rolling around, special occasion. Okay, cool. Other than that, it's not going to be like that no more.
Yeah, because like some people like always ask, like, hey, Thad, how do you keep doing this? Like, I'm just like, they gotta pay me.
Yeah, it's like the question of the day. I mean, I look at it like this. I'm like, I know it's more than this, but it's kind of like this. I tell them this. I go, if you were getting paid to hang out and party and socialize with your friends and dress up, wouldn't you do it too? They're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. That's why. Until that ends, I'm probably still going to keep it cracking. I mean, you're going to have to try to prolong it as long as you can, right? I mean, shit, if you're making money going out, right? Keep it
Yep.
cracking, you know? It's just like, why not?
Exactly. Yeah. I think yeah, I just need to find my niche to where it'll be exciting for me. Like, I mean, I like going to where we're at now, and that's fun, but I don't have that like excitement where like, oh, I work hard to get this thing going, and like it's hard to describe because
oh
yeah.
no, you don't have to me. You maybe to everybody else, but I know exactly what you're talking about to the fullest. I know exactly what you mean.
And we do have certain nights where I'm like super stoked where like, oh, this is gonna be a good one. Like, you know what I mean? Like those nights excite me. I think like with you have an other career, like you do hairstyle, right? Like you're a hairstylist. What do you call that? A haircut person? Like what is your title?
I do. I'm a hairdresser.
Okay.
And I don't
I
call
thought
myself a
girls are
barber. I went to Paul
hairdresser.
Mitchell. Okay. I started doing it. I mean,
I always give you
not
shit.
that many straight guys that do it there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. But I'm definitely a hairdresser. Went to Paul Mitchell around 08. Been doing hair for like 13 years. I currently work at Dada 2. I haven't gone to the new Dada. That's what it's called, Dada 2 now. I haven't gone to the new one ever since the pandemic. I haven't gone back yet. Trying to play it safe. I'm probably going to go after the new year. But I work for Richie. He's a really awesome salon owner, and it's been good. It's definitely something that you can always make money doing, and you know, everybody's always got to cut their hair. Everybody's always got to color their hair. There's always grays coming out. That's just something that's always gonna be good. So I'm really glad that I did that back in the day, and I have a cosmetology license, so I can do anything in the beauty industry, you know. So during this pandemic, we weren't working in the salon at all, but I had the luxury of doing a little bit of house calls here and there to the people that, you know, I thought were safe. So that kind of got me going the entire time. But ever since the salons are open again, I haven't gone back yet. So I should be going back after the new year. And Dada is now in the Ala Moana Hotel. Ala Moana Hotel by the pool, second or third level. Because you know how Ala Moana Hotel got like a renovation?
Yeah.
Like it's all renovated in there. Looks, yeah. So Richie decided to take a space in there, and that's where Dada 2 is now. Dada 1 got shut down by, you know, the 808 Center building by KTV. Yeah. Dada 1 was over there.
Oh, so okay. I know exactly where that was.
The new one opened. So, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Well, I remember when you were.
It's great. I love cutting hair.
Yeah, I remember when you were going to school, and then you had like a hair show or something, and we all went to support.
Yeah. Level 4.
Yeah. And there was one at O Lounge, right? I remember, and your dad was there. I was hanging out with your dad. So it's like I seen you become this hairstylist, and it made sense to me because you're always into fashion, and you're always around pretty girls. So it's like you might as well do their hair. It was just your dad, like, who people don't know, is OG Kahalu chicken fighter, gangster dude. Like, I always looked up to him, and I remember talking to him at one of those hair shows, and like he's OG and he's like a gangster, and I could tell how proud he was of you, what you were doing. It's like, oh yeah, that's Ryan. He's doing this, and I felt like that was kind of cool. You know what I mean? And you're always passionate about fashion, style, like you dress, like how you dress, and yeah, it kind of was like a perfect match for you. And
yeah, it's cool because the club kind of relates to the hair, and then me selling retail wherever I use. You know how I'm always working in the mall somewhere, selling glasses, selling clothes, selling, you know, luggage, whatever. It all kind of related to each other. Like, I throw a party in the nightclub, I can do your hair, invite you to a party, and then wherever I'm working, I could probably use the clothes there for my fashion show in the nightclub. So
Yep.
it
We did that with you.
all worked together. And then yeah, exactly. How many times we did that. So I'm saying the three things that I do relate together really well. And I'm so thankful for that. And I actually wished I did hair a long time ago. Like, I was a little late. I went around 08, 07, 08 is when I started, but I've been, messing around in the club, and I just thought that I was going to be in the club forever doing that. But hair is a great thing, and I really wish I started a long time ago, you know what I mean? Which is, it's not that bad that I started when I did, but I just feel like I should have did that a long time ago. And my dad, for some weird reason, used to see me cut people's hair and color people's hair at the farm, or my sisters and my girlfriends, and he'd always be like, dude, why don't you just do hair? And so did my grandpa, another OG, passed away already, another OG chicken fighter. But it's something that I was doing all the time and didn't really even know I was, going in that direction. Just like when I was in high school, I used to throw parties at people, like as soon as somebody's parents went out of town, boom, turn the table.
I was the same way.
Bring everybody, like the whole entire world. So it's like all these things that I do now was kind of doing it when I was younger, and I just didn't really know what I was doing. So at least I know I'm on the right track, and I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? I'm doing what I love, and I'm very passionate about everything that I do in that field, hair, fashion, retail, clubs, you know what I mean? Events, and it's not always clubs, right? How many other things do you do besides clubs?
Yep. My whole thing is what I want to promote would be something for kids. I've never done that. That would be a challenge. And then my daughter could go. You know what I mean? Like if we collaborated a promotion where our kids could come. Tell me how, and plus the people we know with kids, we need to talk soon. We got to figure it out now. That would something cool for that.
That's a really good one, actually. That's a really, really good one.
Yeah, we should do some brunches, man. Like do a brunch. Like nobody ever promoted a brunch. Me and you got to talk off air. I got some ideas.
Absolutely. And now, that everything is changing, now is the time to think and talk about those things. You know what I mean? Like everybody's mind is so much more open. And I feel like everybody's going brain dead right now. We need to get back on it. Everybody's been sleeping right now. It's time to wake up again. You know what I mean?
Yep,
It's totally time to wake up again.
Well, we've been going for a while. Let's kind of wrap this up. So you have a lot of stuff going on. Like you have a lot of ventures going on, your hair, promoting, fashion. But honestly, what I am the most proud of you and what I can relate to you the most is you being a dad and the transformation I've seen you become the dad that you are. Like it makes me happy. Like that makes me happy. I
really honestly didn't know I was gonna like it so much. It's not that I didn't think I was gonna like her. It was just I didn't want children. Period. I was just like, I'm good. You know what I mean? And it's just like what everybody says. As soon as they come out, it's like a switch.
Oh yeah.
Like, and then everything is about them. All I do is think about her, and I guess I didn't know how much she was gonna like me too. Does that make sense? I know.
Yeah, for sure.
That kind of sounds weird, but like I didn't know she, and I guess she's a part of me, so she's like me, and we are in tune. You know what I mean? And I just didn't know how that was gonna be. I never experienced that before. Remember the first time I found out, I called you all freaking out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh my God, you know what I mean? Like all worried, freaking out, like felt like my life was over, blah, blah, blah. But it was everything but that.
My biggest thing was like, who's the mom?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what happened? Oh, I didn't even know you had a girlfriend. I was like, I never knew I had a girlfriend either, man.
Good times.
The greatest thing ever. This girl's the absolute world to me. Do anything for her. You know what I mean? It's the greatest, and she's she's turning 6 on Friday, and we'll see how that goes. But the best, man. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
that's
Totally.
yeah, I feel you, man. Okay, John, let's get the question of the week going.
All right, question of the week. So, what are your top 3 places you'd like to take your daughter?
Okay. Well, I've already taken her to California for Disneyland, and it was mind-blowing to her. She loved it, and she was so young, and she traveled so good. Like she was perfect, you know what I mean? So I really feel like I can take her anywhere. So I feel like the 3 places that I would like to take her would be Japan, Korea, and probably China.
Oh, okay.
I want to take her there. And, that's probably going to be harder than just the mainland. So until then, probably California or Florida to some more amusement parks, because we want to go do some more of that. Like Disneyland blew her mind like you wouldn't believe. All she does is talk about it. And I can't wait till the day where I can take her back to Disneyland or Disney World next, maybe, because I never went there yet. You know what I mean? So other than that, when everything is settled down and everything is all good on the other side, if you know what I mean, I would like to take her international,
Yeah. Okay. Well, for me, I would be Disneyland. Like, although Aria's went 4 times already.
Oh, she went 4
5
times
times.
already.
She went 5 times.
With you?
Yeah.
You took
But
her
then again,
5
it's because
times.
I like Disneyland. So it's like,
Dude, Disneyland is awesome, bro.
yeah, I would
love
like
it.
to. Yeah, no, I love Disneyland, and I can be a kid there with my kids. So it's like plus now they got Star Wars Land, and like, bro, I went over there last time. I built a lightsaber. We're like flying the Millennium Falcon. I'm just like, this is for me, not for her.
Did you
But I
buy
would
a
like to.
lightsaber?
Yeah, no, I built it. Yeah,
You see how
yeah,
they got
dude.
them all in the window? They cost like hundreds of dollars for these lifesavers. Like you bought one of those?
Yeah, and I'm walking around the park like Luke Skywalker with the thing strapped to my back. I didn't give a shit. Living my dream, dude.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, and then let's see. I would like to take her. She went to Japan with my parents, so I probably would want to take her back there again. Let's see.
She's
Where
a
else?
lucky girl, man. She got to go to Disneyland 5 times. I'd tell Taylor that. She'd be like, "What? Oh my god!"
Yeah. And then I would like to take her to San Francisco. I have a lot of friends and family in San Francisco. I have a lot of cool things we can do there, and I would like to bring her to a 49er game. Me and her are 49er fans, and
of course you are.
Yeah, that's one of my dreams, and it could be selfish on my part, but I would love to have that picture with me and her in the 49er stadium. Like, that would mean a lot to me. But
I just feel like you're like
that,
me. You have a little one, and you wouldn't mind taking her anywhere with you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right there. I mean, I can narrow it down for you guys, but really anywhere traveling with this girl, and especially knowing how good she travels. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
No bitching, no moaning. No, Taylor's like, she's cool like that. She's been rolling around with me ever since she was 6 months old. I bring the baby carrier inside the bank and I put it on the ground, and all the aunties, everybody knows her when she goes around with me now, because I've been taking her around with me ever since day one. So
yeah,
she can go anywhere with me and it's no problem. It's not like, oh my God, I can't eat this, or oh my God, I can't. She's down. It's like, whatever, let's go, Dad, let's go. Let's go. You know what I mean? So I just want to travel with her again one of these days after this corona.
That's cool. So what about like here locally, like in Hawaii? What are like the 3 places where you would bring her? Like, when you, other than like, I would assume beach is one of them. Where else do you bring her to hang out and stuff?
Well, we live right across the mall, so there's a lot of mall, but it's not like I really want to go there. It's just very convenient just to go take walks around the mall with her. She does like the water park. Like I said, anything that has to do with water, it's all good. It just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? She's down for any beach, so
Pool. Yeah.
Other than that, it's just water activities, man. That's all we do, So yeah, a trip is well needed. I mean, I guess we're getting kind of bored of what's going on down here, but at least we got the ocean, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, my dog. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
My daughter's the same way. Like, she's a fish. Like, she's in the water and she can stay in the water for hours.
All day.
Pool, water park, whatever. But this thing she's into now is there's this thing at the Windward Mall. It's called Pups of War. And it's like straight Nerf battle. And you can pick your... I like playing this too. Yeah.
Like shooting each other with the Nerf guns.
Yeah, so you pick your gun and then you get like this pouch where you can put all your ammo in, and then you go for an hour and you challenge who's ever there. So I'll go in with her and I'll make like a whole war scene with all the kids that are there. I don't even know them. And I'm just like, okay, we're make teams, and then we just battle and we just plug kids with Nerf guns, and it's super good fun.
That's
yeah.
Cool.
And
so
then,
how much is that?
I don't know, like $20 like for an hour. Or I don't know what the price is, but
is in Windward Mall?
Yeah, it's super fun. And for her birthday, like we went for her birthday, and like all my friends came and she brought her friends. So it was like my friends and her friends, and we just had the biggest war battle in the middle of the mall. Nice. And just awesome. It's super cool. Yeah. That's something that she loves.
Taylor's brother, her older brother, is into all those Nerf guns. He had like a whole bin of like 20-something Nerf guns. That's the last time that I saw those Nerf guns. So they actually have a place now. You can
you can pick out your guns and you go hammer. Yeah, it's super fun. Can you imagine us all running around in there, like Taylor and like, yeah, we were all in there. Chris, like we had a war going.
Is she still doing the dancing?
Yeah, she's been dancing, but not because of COVID. Yeah, I actually had her studio director on the show a couple weeks ago. It was super good.
Crazy because you know how we're talking about all this nightclub shit and how the fuck you got into it and how it all began. Like, I was going to nightclubs at 16, 17 years old in Austin, Texas. And I knew all the right people, and I was in all the clubs, 21 and up clubs at 16 and 17-year-old, hanging out with, you know, my black friends and my Mexican friends. And, you know, because there was no Asians up there. It was just me all by myself. And I actually went to the clubs back in the day to dance. That's it. I used to be known as a B-boy.
Oh, you're into battle.
Yeah. So when I see your daughter doing that, I'm like, oh, that's so freaking tight. Like, I want to get Taylor into that. Definitely.
Yeah, that's they got a good program at 24/7. Yeah, nice. So you should sign her up. She goes once a week, but it's two classes. Two classes once a week.
Oh, nice, nice. I definitely I got to get some of that info from you later.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Well, let's wrap this up. Let's shout out your tags for Instagram. People can find you on Instagram. What is it?
It's _Ryan_Michael. That's the personal one. And the other one is Golden Cuts and Styles with Z.
And that's for your hair.
S's. And that's for my hair. Yeah.
All right. And for me, it's the same. Above the Bridge podcast. Our YouTube Above the Bridge pod. You can find us on the our website atbpod.com. And let's see. You can find our producer on Instagram. It's BBJ808. Go look him up. He puts out crazy content. Yeah, Boy Band John. Go look him up. Add him as a friend. That's who you gotta add. But yeah, Ryan. Hey, thank you for doing this, man.
Anytime, bro. Exciting.
You always been family to me, as well as your sisters and stuff. And
absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. And it's good to talk to you. But I haven't got to talk to you in a while just because of this COVID thing. And
absolutely.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on this show, and we'll do it again eventually for sure, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Had fun.
Yep. Look for Goldenchild Entertainment. That's the real deal. OG promoter, Goldenchild Entertainment. Yep. The one and only. All right, man. Well, let's wrap it up. For everybody out there, hope you had a great day, and aloha. As always, shout out to the Artist Groove Network. Later.
All right.